Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. But we got a new book. We going back. This is this book right here, Egyptian Yoga, Philosophy of Enlightenment. This is my Bible. I started reading this book back in 1995. I got three of these books because I used them up. See that little 10th edition there? From 1995 to 2005, okay? We're in 226. I've been following this guy for the last 30 years. I look back, I said, wow, yeah, but this is the book right here. This is my personal Bible. So I'm going, this book, we're going to go through this. When you come up out of here, this is the rabbit hole we about to go down to Egyptian yoga. So when we come up out of here, I can guarantee you to a person, you will be changed. If you follow his instructions, you will change. It changed me, so I know it works. Let's rock. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, self-mastery, we call it. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Again, self-mastery for the modern days. Okay, I get it, no problem. But my mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. Okay, master thyself to make a difference, what you call it. But my goal is to get you to know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. So you see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will not through. That's what I do for you. But it's rhetorical. If you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows not and a person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them on the spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know that self and to might not be true. This book got 220 pages. We were going through a book a month. We want to do that with this book. This is the stuff that changed my life. Let's go. The first thing we're going to start out with is the preface. It says, why yoga? So I'm going to give you a breakdown of why yoga. Yoga means to what? Start reading the lesson. How about that? The purpose of this book is to introduce you, the reader, to the idea that has been referred to as yoga was practiced in ancient Egypt, aka Kemet, earlier than any other place in history. We got that. I've been telling you that for years. But also, I wish to convey that the ancient Egyptian yoga is actually a discipline, a self-discipline that is part of the overall system of what we call spirituality of ancient Egyptian. We call Shitat Netta. I told you, right? Then philosophy is the offshoot of Shitat Netta. I had to change the name because I changed the stories and the narrative. When it comes to storytelling, it's about me. So further, I wish to introduce, this is my teacher talking. I was asked the question. I was felt pretty good. What's my top 5 books, to read? I gave my first 4. The last one was Muay Thai Ashby. All of them. The whole whatever he write, read it. It's good. Okay. When you're good, you're good. And his brother's good. All right. I vouch for him. And I stand on his teachings. That's what I got. And further, he tried to introduce the idea that she taught Netta, aka, right, I call it right thinking philosophy, is the basis. What's this? This is what right thinking philosophy is based on. Right? This Kemetic yoga and the major world religions also have their basis, I know that for a fact, in Shita Netta. So this book is a comparative religious and philosophical work that will compare the basic teachings of our ancient Egyptian ancestors, religion, and other religions in hope that the reader, you, may gain a deeper and clearer understanding of our ancient Egyptian spirituality and the source of their own religions in ancient Africa, and thereby able to discover the common source of religion and its deeper teachings. I understand that I'm about to give you a lesson about what religion is. I know fully well. I'm a spiritual philosopher. I know religions. And the literal meaning of the word yoga is what? To yoke, to link back. Just like religion, to link you back to what? The source, God. The source is God. The all is God. Okay? So we trying to get you to God. Religion's job is to get you to God. They're not doing such a good job, if you ask me. So let's take a philosophical approach to that one. How about that? How about we change that nonsense of believing to just philosophically knowing and practicing how to live like the Egyptians did for 3,000 years, practicing Maya. Okay, but this implication is what? To link back to the original source, God, the original essence of who we are. Our ancestors said what? Know thyself. That's what they want you to link back to your source, who you are. That which transcends all mental and intellectual attempts at what? Comprehension, but which is the essential nature of everything that's in creation. We had a full understanding about God. Nature, Netaru, we call them. So we knew that. Sorry. Science. Religion don't want science. Why? Because it'll prove that nonsense to them is invalid. That's why. Spirituality ingratiates science. Why? You can prove our points. That's why. I get a little excited about this part. Yeah, that's why I dwell. The science of yoga. It constitutes the teachings that's required for one to achieve what? Spiritual perfection. Ain't nobody perfect. No, it says spiritual perfection, which is the original essence of every human being. Did you know that? Oh, your religion didn't teach you that? Nature herself offers one path to perfection. Didn't Christ tell you, I am the only way to the Father? Yeah, he knew the same thing. Sorry, I'm getting excited. He knew that it was one way. He knew that. He knew he was the way. Follow me. I'm going to take you. I'm telling you, I know a way. Follow me. I can get you there too. Philosophically, metaphorically. Sorry. Yeah, I'm working up a steam today. But the path of nature, learning through what? Through mistakes. We call it trial and error. And suffering through the process of what? Trial and error. That's human and that's arduous. And it requires, you ready? Many life incarnations. Okay? He working on his. I'm ending mine. How about that? Okay? My dad didn't get it. I figured it out. So I ain't got to worry about mine. I got me. I could help him. Simple. Understand that. It's an individual thing. You got to get it for yourself. That's why I'm teaching. Why? I don't know why. I thought this was an admirable thing. I can help people. I can enlighten the world. Man, y'all hard-headed. Jesus, Monetti. But I digress. But yeah, my goal is to get y'all to stop your suffering for what? By waking up, become conscious, and end the cycle of reincarnation. Mine's is over. I know that for a fact. So I'm just trying to help somebody else out. That's what sages do. I understand. I don't know that. I'm fell into this. I don't know how the hell I got here. Don't have a clue. But I'm here now, so stop worrying about how you get it. Don't know. I must have did something right. Why? I'm doing something good. So my mother said, I don't know what he do. He talks about God a lot. And he happy, that's a good thing. So yeah, Mom, I'm happy. He ain't selling drugs. No, Mom, I ain't selling drugs. I ain't being running by from the police. No, Mom, I'm a good guy. Cool. Mom's happy, I'm good. So through self-discipline, right there, self-discipline is the key. The path of yoga, which offers a shortcut. Why? Because of your discipline, you're going to cut out the nonsense to ending the pains of what we call human experiences and to exalt the pleasure of bliss of existence by what? Achieving, you ready? Self-mastery, knowledge of self, spiritual enlightenment, anointing, whatever you want to call it. But to achieve that, that's the goal for all human beings. More importantly, my right thinkers. Okay. And when you reach self-mastery, that means you have reached self-realization. You see what's really going on. And the realization of one's true nature is God. The process is to become, we said, Haru. That's the higher self. For Christian, is to become Christ. Literally means the anointed one. Yeah, if God is your father, be the child, be the anointed one. What? To know him and what? Redeem him by living and doing the things that he would want you to do, that he'd be proud of. Well, he say, that is my son, and I'm very proud. All this stuff y'all talk, y'all don't live it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all talk all that talk and don't do a damn thing. Philosophically, I philosophize, but I implement what I philosophize. I stand on it. I don't just talk it. Oh, yeah, this. No. But one have to become enlightened. That means you are an enlightened being while what? Still alive. You have to obtain self-mastery for yourself. The sooner you get on that trail, the sooner you get on that path, the better and the sooner you can reach that level in yourself. A lot of us spend a lot of time wasting doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Start teaching our young the truth. Just give them the truth. They running with everything else. Give them the truth. And to attain this level of being, we must, as an individual, first control the forces of our own. You see me doing this? Lower nature, below my waist. You need to control that thing, man. Between that thing, yeah, control it. Why? It has no concept. It has no consciousness. It has no brain. It just has desires. That's the ego. Okay, it only know one thing, and that thing don't know nothing other than when it gets ready, it's ready to do what it's got to do. When it get done, okay, well, I'm good. Come on, man. That thing got many people in trouble. Okay, I was one, been there. I made mistakes too. Listen to that thing. Yeah, we all been there. Trust me. But the goal is to conquer. I don't have that problem no more. Can y'all say that? I got a He-Man women haters club. All married men who don't have side chicks. Side chicks, not included in our club. Simply that. We are good husbands, good providers, and loyal. Okay. How about this? I'm a Capricorn. You know what my flaw is? My character flaw? I'm loyal to a fault. That's why I gotta be very strategic about who I give my loyalty to. Why? Because they can lead you the wrong way sometimes. Moving on, I got a best friend did the same thing in life. So I fully understand that concept too. Okay, so my loyalty to get mine, you got to be doing something right. But we all want to become Christ-like. We want to become better human beings. Why? Because doing so, in essence, we must learn how to give up what? You ready? That egoistic ideas of desires of the pleasures of the flesh, and all them to what? Dissolve, so that now you may be able to discover your deepest self, your true self. Amen. The hidden one. Where? Inside you, who is nameless. We gave him the name, the title. Amen. He's nameless. He's bodiless. He's also immortal and eternal. Spirit that's in all things, mainly us. Knowing that, give you a better concept, understanding, hopefully, to change that ignorant mindset. We veiled by ignorance. That's coming up next. Shortcut. What you mean by shortcut? Shortcut hits should not be taken as to mean easy. No. You trimming off the fat. You cutting out the nonsense. For indeed, what we are asking is that we be trained to meet our life challenges head on. And the training means implying that right knowledge in order to perform right actions and develop right thinking. Well, I love that. Why? This is what I practice. This is what I manifest. This is what I teach. This is where I got it from. But we need to put forth that individual effort. Every person, don't worry about the guy next to you. You just do what you're supposed to do. The spot is a perfect example. We come here to do one thing. Ahu. Kill. That's what we come to do. So when you put forth that kind of effort, you're going to maintain what? Self-discipline. You're going to need that to reach your life goals. You can't be undisciplined and Won't make it. Successful people are self-disciplined. Self meaning you. When you hear that word self before anything, that means you. Okay, so as a right thinker, a yogi, and right thinking philosophy is the highest spiritual enlightenment, is the highest goal of our human existence. I say it's right thinking, but it says our human existence. That means everybody. Lottie dottie. Just no. Everybody has the same opportunity to potential to be their best self. And for somebody, a race of people, to take that away from other people, they're not good people. Moving on. But this is philosophical concept. I ain't getting to other nonsense right now. But the highest goal that requires the highest daily dedication, meditation, and the curbing of one's desires and your wills to what? Serve your lower self. You got to get better. And daily right thinking philosophy training allows for you to now develop of these qualities in yourself. Remember, we know the negative, greed, lust, those are all satanic qualities. Integrity, righteousness, virtue. Those are qualities that we can exhibit as our better self so that we may reach the coveted goal of becoming a sage, a saint. My pastor's a saint. I'm a sage. We got to God two different ways. Okay, he went his way, I went my way, but we met up at the same place. I just did a lesson about religion and philosophical concepts. Their goal is the same, just how you get there. Okay, some people do it religiously, some people do it philosophically, but your goal is to become Haru or Christ. Same thing, the same thing. I'm Haru, he's Christ. I love it. Why? We get along fine. We two peas in the pot. We doing God's work in our terms. Talk every day about it. So there are many forms of yoga. Trust me. The idea is to find out what works for you, and then I ain't heard from my dude in a while. TD Jakes phrase like, you find out what works for you and what you work it. You work it. That's the hustler's mentality. Okay, you find what works and you grind. I'm doing mine. I'm on mine 7 years now. Is this volume emphasis? In this volume, this book, there's going to be emphasis will be placed on yoga of wisdom. That means intellect. That means learning, studying, and practicing, implementing what you're learning. Yeah, now you held accountable for yourself. And the yoga of action. You don't just learn it. No, you got to put it to action. You got to do it. That's why it's my favorite. Why? Being essence, talking about it, don't get you nothing. Being about it, get you everything. That's why. And it's all about action. Known in India, the Veda philosophy as Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Why? Jnana Yoga is learning, Karma is doing. However, all paths, again, are integral to some degree. Why? You can use different elements of each other as needed. If you have the knowledge of it and understanding, you can use it. If you don't, you can't. So, thus, leading to the same destination. I told you my pastor used the Bible. I used my Egyptian philosophy. We both got to God. What that tell you? Christians can get to God just like the Egyptians. Same thing. How about that? I don't try to tell him what to do in Christianity. I just follow him. If he want to learn Egyptian stuff, he'll ask me. And I tell him the same thing. You got the same stuff, dog. You got the same stuff. The same stuff. Trust me. Why? We both got the same destination. And guess what? When I got to God, he's already there. I took the long way around. But the idea is to get there. That's my point. And from an advanced standpoint, means self-mastery, any activity, philosophically, which will allow you to move into harmony with your true self is a yoga philosophy. Don't care. Islam got theirs. Jews got theirs. Everybody got a way to God. I just tell you, there ain't no one set way. The idea is to get there. Don't worry about how they, no. You get there for yourself. That's where it becomes selfish. That's self. Okay, you do you. And the symbols and the philosophies that was presented should be reflected upon why, with respect to the symbolic nature. They're given for a reason of their universal principles. These are principles, philosophical, theological concepts. They're not literal. until you manifest it. And is presented as what? As the apply in one's life. You learn these principles, you learn these philosophies to live them, to practice them. That's how they come to life. These Maya is not a person. Pata is not a person. These are fictitious people that we create and gave them identities to teach, to manifest. I hear people talking about Pata, the king, thought he's this. No, yeah, it's just a principle. Stop. You have to apply them in your life. Learn them and then implement them. Be like them in that way. That's what I've been trying to teach you for the last 7 years now. No philosophical or religious system can be expected to exactly correlate with any other given system. Don't make a difference. The end game is what you're worried about. What y'all doing between, I could care less religious practice, what rituals you do. Don't care. Is you at the end where you need to be? That's all that matters to me personally. So because of the nature of all individual cultures, again, the individual expressions of the ideas and the individual experiences will be different. Understand and respect that for every individual, they have the right to that. So therefore, accepting any myth or story, theological, to make a difference, as wholly factual would be immature. They are myths. They're allegorical stories. They're not literal stories. They're not real people. That's why your Bible people don't have no grave sites. They don't exist. They never did. Well, Jesus, if nobody in the Bible exists, why are you going to pick out one and say, because he's the coach? That's what you want to believe. Again, that's the power of belief. Even when it's wrong, y'all still holding fast to it. Moving on. But as a disciple, you must seek for the answers to the question that you have personally, which is the innermost of your heart, not what somebody else say. No, you should know the truth for yourself. That's how you free yourself, not somebody else. However, not allowing or expecting answers in an intellectual form at the level of deep introspection and the daily study of a philosophical system, you will be able to discover that there is what? That common thread, that basic is in all. Your faith turns into what? Intuition. I expect to be blessed. I expect good things to happen. Why? Intuitively, I know if I do this, that's going to happen. I put it to use. I practice it and I manifest it. So now I know it. I don't have to believe in nothing. Through daily study, listening, reflecting, and my main thing is meditating on situations and lessons in life that I learned. Put them to use for yourself, to learn it for yourself, to understand it again for yourself. And without meditating, who you communing with? How you communing with God? I pray. Stop telling me you pray. I know about praying. I pray too. I don't brag about how much I pray. I brag about how much I meditate. God talks to me when I meditate. You talking to God when you're praying. That's a one-way conversation. That's why meditation, I'm not talking, I'm listening. Yoga is a science, not a belief system. No, it's a science by which humankind can find its roots. But more importantly, your yoga philosophy and other ancient mystical philosophies are all concerned with the here and the now. I don't have nothing new. I got everything from our ancient ancestors, and it still works today. I claim the blood of Jesus still works. Knowledge of self and the philosophical concept that our ancient ancestors practice still works today. If it worked then, it still works now. I'm proving that. And watch this. And the raising of one's consciousness in the very present. This is the book that made me who I am now. The science of yoga, it teaches you how to what? Promote right thinking. Ding, 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 so that you may understand who you are. The book is saying this. We are here, and how to obtain the highest level of bliss we call Hotep. That means supreme peace within oneself. I'll be back with the next lesson, starting with happiness. Oh, we about to get good. I'm teaching now. Normally, I'm going to keep going. I ain't stopping. I got one more I got here. Let's talk about happiness. Of course, it says right thinking leads to right actions, and Right actions lead to happiness. I couldn't let this one get by. I just had to get this out. Why? I'm rolling right now because this is what teaching is all about. I'm trying to give you concept and understand that you can understand and now manifest for yourself. This is the highest goal of all right thinkers, all human beings. Right thinkers preferably. Why? Because that's my intention. But your goal is to attain the heights of self-mastery, aka know thyself. Nihas for those who really understand. While what? Still alive. You have to reach self-mastery for yourself. In this way, life is lived to what is fullest. Right thinking philosophy, aka which is yoga philosophy, is here to help you to have no illusions about true happiness. I'm trying to teach you how to get to true happiness within yourself. It can be yours, but on the condition, there's conditions. Okay, there's always some condition. However, that we work to what? Purify our what? Hearts and minds, as well as our bodies. I'm about to run. My feet just done. I'm about to motor up out of here. Why? This is good stuff. I'm enjoying this. We are disillusioned due to ignorance by all that is temporary. If you love stuff, if you love this material world, you're going to come back. The idea is not to fall in love. This is temporary. This ain't everlasting. This ain't the real deal. And transient in this world. Everything here is just passing through. We just coming through. We will search for what? Stability. What stability? Stability, or what we call steadfastness. Gaining knowledge and understanding and being loyal to that concept. Your religion, shall call it religion. Practice the tenets of Masonic order. If you're Mason, practicing the 10 Commandments, Christian. I practice 42 confessions of Maya because of Egyptian. See where we're going? But steadfastness is the most important element of happiness. Stand and be committed to what you believe in. That's how strong belief is. If you believe what you believe, stand on it. Why? That's all you got. That's all you got. So you got to manifest for yourself. And once true happiness is found within yourself, what happens? It will never be lost. You can't lose it once you get it. Regardless of your life situation, be you get rich or poor, scorned or famous, you will never be without. You will now be above what we call human frailties. Why? With self-knowledge and self-mastery, you're elevated above the masses of what they consider ignorant people. And to be truly happy, you must be stable. You must have a stable point to hold on to permanently. That space within yourself, that place you need to go, that I mastered. When I get excited, I tell myself, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's how I reel myself in. That's self-mastery. Being able to do that and have that in you. That's where it comes from. And what happens? So we never lose. Okay, you had a stable point. Hold on to it permanently so that now you will never lose what they call your balance. I'm always going to think right. That means equanimity in my thought process. I'm always going to think left and right hemisphere, never just one side. But that center is within ourselves. And once we know it, once we achieve it, we can always return to it. It's yours to possess forever. Nobody can take it away. As my pastor say, joy, they didn't give it to me, they can't take it away. Same concept, same philosophy. Okay? So if through ignorance, watch this, we do not know how to think right about things or how to act right or to feel right, so we will become uneasy, afraid, and we'll be at the mercy of every situation that arises in our life that it control you. People get caught up in situations every time. Yeah, happy when it's good, sad when it's bad. That's having being controlled by your situations. You're not in control. Happiness will stop that. And happiness is that state of consciousness. That's a way of understanding, right thinking, right feeling, and right behavior. It is an attitude that you can learn through what? Daily study and obtaining the knowledge of the science in which we can put into practice right here and now. Ding, 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 ding. You can learn it, you can practice it, implement it. And we do, and we will learn how to what? Appreciate our own existence every second and every hour and every day on earth and even beyond. Right there. Ignorant people don't see beyond death. Enlightened people know it's something beyond death. Two different concepts. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll be right back. Because with knowledge of self, what happens? That's okay. Wait a minute. Okay, beyond. Wrap it up with this. Understanding things as they really are will help you to act as you should. This in turn will what make you happy with yourself. That's the name of the game. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay, cool. I got it in. Right thing, because I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. But in closing, may y'all live to be 100, maybe 100 miles a day. So I know none of my right thinkers who know why you prefer yoga, aka right thinking philosophy, have passed away. I'll be right back.